At this point, I want to discuss with you, how do you use the ground for more speed, for more power? Well, we've discussed at this point how the hips work, how the transition works. One thing you'll see amongst all golfers, good golfers, all right, you'll see how in the transition they sort of work down. They work into their left side. They are pushing into the ground. If you were going to jump as high as you could, you would swing your arms, you would squat, and you would push off. Well, that's what we're doing here. We are swinging down, we're squatting our legs. That's the squat we talked about. Then as the club comes down, we must straighten and push off. Well, all I've done here is I've put a club on the ground, and as I set up here, this is just a simple little drill. I'm gonna pick my left toe off the ground. I'm gonna swing up and plant hard into that ground, and you can see how that club wants to come off the ground. So it's literally just here, that way, and then I can swing through. So it would look like this. Do it slow at first. And you can see how my body wants to shift into my left side. I'm pushing into that ground, and then as I come through, my left leg straightens. This is what you're doing. When you are straightening that knee, you are transferring that energy from the ground into your body, into your arms, and out to the club head. That is how the energy transference works, and you must use the ground. Just simply taking a step back and just talking about your setup, so often I see people when they're standing here in their posture, they don't look grounded. They just look like they're standing there. If I had a scale under each foot, let's say, if I'm 200 pounds, I'm gonna have 100 and 100 pounds under each foot. Well, as I get into my posture and I'm pushing my rear end out, my quads right now are flexed. This scale should read 150 and 150. So I'm in this position where I'm already using the ground. I wind up into my right side and I'm pushing down. Now my left one is gonna say like 200. This one's gonna say 50. And I'm through, and at impact, just for purposes, this is gonna say 300, but right before impact, it's gonna go from 300 down to about 100 as I'm pushing off into my position of impact and hitting the shot. So using the ground for leverage is key. Make sure you start off with your setup position pushing into the ground. Wind up, use that club underneath there, pick that left toe up, push into that ground. Get that closed hip bump. Get that rear end working this way, just like you would if you're going to throw a punch. And as you do this at home, act like you're throwing a punch right now. And just see, are you gently touching the ground and then going through, or are you mashing that left knee or that left foot into the ground and then exploding? That's what I want in the golf swing. Use the leverage, use that ground forces to help you hit the ball farther.